Hi there. I wanted to talk about the Fast Track to Awakening today. The hat that I'm wearing, if you don't know, this is the symbol of the superhero The Flash. And he goes really fast. Multi-dimensional guy. And I thought it was very appropriate that I couldn't find my other hat today and I had to wear this one for this video. Because my soul just happened to choose the Fast Track to Awakening. And the way my soul did it was through struggle and strife with addictions to drugs and alcohol. And you know, I did it. I'm not all the way through. There's still things that creep up, but I've gotten rid of my addiction to alcohol. I was also hooked on cocaine and kratom. A lot of people may not realize that that's actually a very addictive drug. They advertise it like it's not addictive, but if you're an addict, anything's fucking addictive, especially if it makes you feel good. And kratom sold over the counter, and it's an herbal kind of like relaxant painkiller. And I got addicted to that because I developed carpal tunnel syndrome in my wrists and was doing a lot of manual labor and wasn't able to get the surgery to get it fixed. I couldn't take time off of work, so I had to find another way to deal with it. And so I discovered over-the-counter kratom, which made it so that I could work. But, I also got really addicted to it, and it became extremely toxic to me. I was taking a lot. I was taking a full dose every 2 hours, along with smoking a cigarette right after I'd take it. I'd have to take the cigarette break because the kratom came on right at the same time the nicotine buzz came on. So I had like the perfect little, I knew. And if you're an addict out there, you know what I'm talking about. I just had like the perfect little cocktail of substances that I would take, every couple hours. And to me, it was just my way of maintaining throughout the entire day. But eventually it became poisonous to me, and my whole body was made of this poison, of these toxic chemicals that, you know, it was just, anyway, I was grody. And I tried to kill myself multiple times. I almost succeeded overdosing on methamphetamines. And also, I a lot of red wine. I had an entire case of red wine that I was supposed to be selling for my boss at a wine show, and I was in such deep, deep, dark, yucky, sticky, mucky shadow shit that I took that entire case that he wanted to sell and I drank it all. And it was extremely acidic to my body, and I ended up being sick all night long, to the point where that acid actually it burned and made open wounds all up in my throat and in my mouth, and it got infected and it almost killed me. My whole throat almost swelled shut. I couldn't breathe. I had to go to the hospital. Yeah. And then third time was just November in 2020. Another relapse into alcohol. I grabbed some wine and a bottle of vodka. I don't know how much of it I drank, but I drove my truck into a tree, through a fence. I broke my collarbone and ended up being in the emergency room, strapped to a bed for a couple of nights under watch. They just left me in there in the dark to scream and battle it out with my demons. I'm just telling you this because it's important that you understand that, a lot of the pictures I've been putting up and things I say are really like glittery and pretty and like trying to remind everybody about the love and light and things. But it's also really important for everybody to understand that I am no fucking stranger to the deepest, darkest places we can be while we're alive on this planet. You know, I lived in shame. That was my home. And I, believe it or not, am more comfortable there than I am in love. At least that's what I thought. But it's easier for me to sink into a state of shame than it is for me to find love. So anyway, I just wanted to speak into that and let everybody know that it is possible to get out of it. And if you're dealing with your addictions and you're in a deep, dark, shameful, self-hating space, it's because your soul chose the fucking fast track to awakening. Okay? So you're doing it. You're doing it. And if you're alive and you're breathing right now, you're fucking doing it. And you can make it out. And your soul knows how to do it. And I do too. So search for joy. Listen to the birds. Slow down for a minute. You know, take off the flash hat for a minute and slow down. And fuck, man, if your mess is your message, goddamn, do we got some messages for people? Strength.